All right. Let there be light. What's good? What's good? What's good? How y'all doing out there? All right, let's get into it. What time is it? 3 o'clock. All right, your boy get ready to go to the season opener of the Washington Nationals baseball game, and yeah, uh, I be trying to get out to a game, preseason or actual game, to physically sit in the stadium. You know what I'm saying? Um, I need to go to Audi Stadium to see the DC United because I haven't been there to watch a soccer game, but I've been there for the classic, the Hampton and Howard University Classic this past summer when Camilla Harris, Vice President Camilla Harris, was there. And oh my bad, I ain't got the camera on me. Oh my bad. Yeah, my bad, player. Okay, there we go. You see, I got the fresh drink for tonight, for tonight's game. You know what I'm saying? I was out. I had to pick that up. You know, fresh in my feline gear. You know, yeah. I heard Gully say he was the only one on the podcast wearing feline. I don't know who was wearing it that I seen first. But if you just fly like that, everybody wearing it, especially from our era, the 80s, that's what we got down with. He talked about the Sergio Gittini's, the Lecoq Sportif, you know what I'm saying? Moss Brown, British Outdoors, just what we was fading in DC. Uh, the red Gore-Tex coats or Gore-Tex anything. Super Tims. I heard in Philly they called the Super Tims the Bishops. I never heard that. Yeah, them jumps was $300 down here. So that was like a baller uniform. A red Gore-Tex coat, the red British Outdoors hat, and the Super Tims and some jeans. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah, that's how we got down here. What else we was rocking? Of course, the Filas. Um, but they had the specific ones that was they looked like the Gucci shoes that was $500 back in the day. And then Jay Z remade the Escardas. So if you know what the Escardas are, that's a replica of the original Gucci shoes. Okay, Fila had a similar looking shoe like that. I'm looking for them now to buy them shoes. I don't know if they discontinued them, but you can find every other model. But I want them particular kind. They were $500, maybe three for real, for real. Fila sweatsuits went for $500, depending on where you got them from. If you went to Georgetown, you're definitely gonna pay $500. Uh, if you went somewhere downtown in the city on F Street, you might get it for two, you might get it for three, and most likely it was a knockoff version. If you got it for two or $100, but three and up, it was an official Fila jump. So I had both. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I was around dudes that was getting money. When they bought something, like every month they'll give the clothes away or sell them because they getting ready to get their closet ready for a new month of clothes and stuff. So I got a lot of my gear off for my guys that was going to just give stuff away. I'm like, "Ho, bro, You know, like the Ciroc. Remember the Ciroc look? They had I had a Ciroc sweater that had the puffy neck round the neck, you know, and was it Ciroc? I forget the name of it, but it cost. It was up there where you buying Benettons and stuff. I remember the Benetton shop in Georgetown that sit right there on the corner of Wisconsin and the bank. When you come up, what is that? M Street. Then you turn on Wisconsin. You know, Georgetown was the spot, the upscale spot that was the hangout. Friday, Saturday nights, that was a spot to go to get out the hood, and you meeting, you know, a lot of honeys up there. You know, all the players, the ballers up there. They used to have an arcade up there until I believe there was a shootout, and after that they closed that joint. And they was like, we need to keep this activity from up here, so they closed the arcade, and that kind of slowed down the youth traffic. Like a lot of the young kids, you know, and I'm like 18, 19 at the time or younger. So that kind of deterred our age group from going up there. But it never stopped us because we was up there to shop for jewelry. We used to go up there to pay our beeper bills. Then the two-way pages came on the scene. So, you know, we got jewelry from up there. I remember my boy Nick bought a herringbone up there. And the guy gave him the wrong one. It was like a thicker one. So somebody had, it was another Nick. So the dude gave my homeboy Nick the wrong herringbone chain, which was a bigger version of what he bought. And then my man Gerald used to wear two herringbones that looked like a one big piece, you know, and it was smooth because it was like spaced out. How did the youngest wearing they jewelry now, the smaller version? So look at the evolution of jewelry now. First, we was wearing the big trunk jewelry, the ropes and all that. And now they wearing the chokers, you know, they went from gold to diamonds to platinum. Then we went through a period of wearing silver, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm to the point I don't even like wearing jewelry no more. But I fade a nice watch, you know what I'm saying? I think a man need a nice watch on that. You know what I'm saying? So how women like pocketbooks, for the most part, men like watches, you know. So you young ladies that got husbands and boyfriends, and for your man birthday and Father's Day and Christmas, if you don't know anything about what he want, get your man a nice watch. He would very much appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's how we get down. The way you carry purses and you like to switch up. We like to switch up nice watches. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, um, I got two nice black made watches that was like 200. You know, $100. You know what I'm saying? What I got on now? You know, sometimes I buy stuff for the design. You know, it ain't really got to be a big time name or something, you know, but if something is faded out, I like that. So I don't want to be acting like I'm some dude that only gotta have expensive things. It could be $1, $5, 100, or $1,000. If I like it, I'm gonna buy it. So I'm not one of them dudes that, oh, it gotta cost this for me to have it because I gotta be fading on everybody. Man, later for that. You know what I'm saying? So I never even been like that. Matter of fact, I couldn't. Like I said, I wasn't a dude that tried to compete because I couldn't. You know, I just got what I got. I stayed in my lane, and the dudes that put in the work and the time and the risk to be the man. That's who was the man. I let you be the man because you paying the price to be the man. Some dudes want that I'm the man title, but they really living that life. They really, you know, walking them dogs out there, and but they really gonna live the consequences of their actions as well when that time comes. So dudes like that, you deserve to be the man because you're taking all the risks. I have no problem playing shotgun, because at the end of the day, if you're not smart about what you're doing, you're not going to last long. You just going to have a timeline, and whatever timeline that become, that's on you. I'm always looking towards the future. I always entertain the what if. If I do this, what's next? The what ifs and the buts. I always play with the alternatives. So at the end of the day, I tread lightly. You know what I'm saying? When everybody was trying to be the one, I played the back, because deep down, I knew I was going to be here at this age, not knowing I was going to be talking to you guys, but, I knew my odds to live long term and to do long term things like watch my kids grow up, you know, meet my grandkids. This is what I thought about at 20 years old. So I'm not doing nothing to jeopardize that. I'm not going to let the minute and right now jeopardize meeting my grandkids. I'm not going to help that deteriorate or cancel that order of meeting my grandkids. So that's my mindset. I keep telling y'all I was on a different wave of thinking, and I feel like that thinking and them actions benefited me, because I doubled my lifespan, expectation timeline. I tell you guys was 25, and I doubled that. I be 52 this year. So yeah, God is good, and I'm just glad that He installed in me a thinking brain, someone that always thought about the consequences. And because I entertained the consequences, you know, I made the right moves, whatever they was. And they wasn't always the right moves or the best moves, but it worked out. Call it what you want. But, I feel like, you know, uh, in life, I'm doing what I set out to do, and I'm still going. I ain't finished. I got a lot of living to do, all that bullshit about live fast, die young. Who the fuck made that bullshit up? Who the fuck wanna die young? That's the dumbest shit that I ever heard. And they put that shit on the coat, and everybody was weighing that shit. I like, fuck is they, words are spells, whether you know it or not. Whatever that you put out your trajectory, whatever you project out your mouth, you speak into existence. That's why I say I want to be rich. I'm putting it in the atmosphere. I'm projecting that somehow, some way, something gonna happen for me that put me in a comfortable position of finance. I'm speaking it. I'm putting it out there. So if you're negative and saying dumb shit, live fast and die young, that's what you're gonna end up doing. I done seen it over and over. So stop saying dumb shit. When you speak things into the world, you speak it into existence. All right, let's get off of that. All right, I say let's talk about some sports. This morning, I had to go get an oil change, and coming back, I'm listening to WPFW. That's my station for right now. And that's on regular FM radio, 89.3. So they had the Washington Wizard dude, former Wizard, that played with Kwame Brown, Agent Zero, Gilbert Arenas, and others. He played with them back in the day when they were playing. And Eton Thomas lived right here in this area. I think in Prairie somewhere by Glenarden Mega Baptist Church. Matter of fact, I was sitting right next to him. They give a men's day where you could go and get screening for high blood pressure and it's like a free physical health screening for men's day. That's what it was. So I go up there to support what they were doing and whatnot. Gave a donation. They raising money for men to help men without insurance. So I'm sitting there. I think they drew blood, and sent it to a lab, and the lab was gonna send you your results. So he was sitting next to me waiting. Had I known they was gonna draw blood, I wouldn't have did it because I don't do that sticking me shit. I grew up an asthmatic, so I hate needles. So but once I went in the room, I could have like, oh, I just went on with it, but it was all good. But yeah, but I know Eton Thomas is an accomplished author. He write for the newspaper, various newspapers. Um, Now online media. I'm sure. I think he had his own podcast. I saw him on Kwame Brown platform talking about Gilbert Arenas and Michael Jordan and stuff. So I don't know how often he's on the radio, regular radio, but I caught him today, and they were talking about a slew of things. Starting with the Lakers and how bad they doing. They not gonna make the playoffs or nothing like that. They was talking greasy about them too, and was saying how Magic Johnson was going on these tantrums about what they not doing right, what they need to do, and they were like, Magic, once you just go back to the organization and stop talking shit about them, you know, and I think it's a new era. He didn't leave. I don't believe that because he wanted to leave. I think he felt like you an old dog, you the legend and all that, but ain't nobody listening to you, man. The game to change. LeBron got it. He the king, and ain't nobody listening to you. Ain't nobody listening to Mike, and all that, And basically, that's how the youngins do us old dudes. They just push us to the side, or they try anyway, until they fall and bust their head. And now you want to hear the wisdom of what we've been trying to tell you. So that's what he was talking about, Mike. I mean, Magic. And then they were saying, I think Hulu or one of them streaming sites, uh, they reenacting and did a movie about the Showtime Lakers and how Magic and Jerry Buss was close, and I gotta see that. But stuff like that, I watch it when I come across it. Nowadays I watch the Oval, Tyler Perry, uh, anything 50 put out, the Power, all the spin-offs and stuff. And then I'm gonna tell you what my wife got me watching, Sisters. That's actually good. Tyler Perry again. Tyler Perry is the man. He write, he produce, he direct all his stuff. So he getting all the credit for that. And just to be a black man doing what he doing is on another level. And I like the fact that he built that studio on Confederate grounds. He just doing this thing, and when I do go to Atlanta when the COVID clear up, I want to go and do a tour of his studio, and just feel proud walking through there that a black man own his piece of cinema. He got his own. I ain't even gonna say Hollywood. He got his own cinema that he's creating shows and whatnot. Hollywood is Hollywood. He got Cinema Atlanta. You feel me? So that's awesome. And I want to be part of that, to go down there and tour that whole studio, because I've been to Warner Brothers. Um, uh, I went to Universal. I went to Disney. So yeah, I gotta go and give the brother some love. And what else? They was talking about who gonna be the MVP. Is it Giannis? What's his name? Antetokounmpo. I'm butchering his name. The Greek freak. The Greek freak. You know what I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about from Milwaukee Bucks. They feel like he will get it by a slight edge, but uh, the uh, uh, the Joker from Denver, or is that Utah? Yeah, wherever the Joker play at, he done scored 2,000 points and got 1,000 rebounds and 500 assists. So that's a record in itself for a big man, in this era right now. So did y'all know I saw something where I'll Be Sure supposed to be celebrity fighting. I didn't know who he was getting in the ring with, but the big fight is coming up next week. Earl Spence and Ugas. And then next month gonna be Tate Davis and Roller. And you hearing about all the hoopla about he a free agent now. Now he can pick and choose who he do business with, because he not under Mayweather now. So he want to get his own thing. We're in the age of independence. You know what I'm saying? So shit, Mayweather done made 100 mil off of him easy. So it's time to get direct money, like Larry Holmes used to do. Uh, Larry Holmes kept a lot of Don King's secrets. And when the law was trying to jail Don King for predatory practices on his fighters, he didn't go and speak on the jury or the stand on him, and for that, Don King gave him his independence. And basically he didn't get no more percentages of his purse. So yeah, because Don King was a trip. He taking 70%. You make 10,000 for a fight, you getting $3,000. He taxing you. And then you gotta pay Uncle Sam. So you really getting what? Damn near 1,200 off for $10,000. That's crazy. Yeah, Don King was a wild boy. But, just looking at the forecast of how the music game, how managers blow up, all these moguls, they got there on the backs of people stealing their publishing and their royalties, doing bad business. Look at Tony Braxton with LaFace Records. They didn't make her, but she signed a bad contract because she trusted them. And then when she had to file bankruptcy and her lawyers went after LaFace Records, you know, you know, you can't commit perjury in the court because they'll come for you. Now, allegedly, L.A. Reid didn't have no problem doing it, but Babyface had a conscience and was like, look, man, look, I ain't lying to these people. I don't want them coming after me, So, you know, they asked Babyface, would you have signed that contract? And he said no. So they ruled in Tony Braxton's favor. And they paid her, or they awarded her $20 million, but she couldn't talk about it for 20 years. They put her under a gag order. Then they made a movie about it 20 years later. So it's like, just like I heard about Anita Baker and others. It's like you got to get ripped off and go through drama, fighting people, to get your money and your rights and the percentages back. And then after the fight, now you got this big comeback story, and then once everybody know what happened to you, they sympathize with you and they support you. I'm like, that's well and fine, but who want to go through all that? Suppose you get it right the first time and get it right out the gate. You be up on your business and y'all do a good percentage on both sides. Nothing is wrong with 70-30 and you take the 30 because you need them to put you on. So take the 30. But see, these vultures, they don't even want to give you 30% of your intellectual property. They don't want you to have nothing because at the end of the day, their mindset is to steal from you at every angle. That's how these moguls become moguls, taken from you at the end of the day. Be about your business. Get them lawyers, get the dictionary, and you know what I'm saying? And then here's the irony of it. If you about your business and they know you about your business, they won't even mess with you. So it's like a rule of thumb. If I can't fuck over you, I'm not trying to fuck with you. What kind of bullshit is that? So that's why we're in a very much we're in an independent era, whereas though you don't have to ask permission to put out your material. Now, here's the downside. You're not going to make the big millions of money. But think about it. You ain't really making it anyway. Everybody making the millions buying homes and Bentleys but you. They'll buy you a Bentley and then say you owe it back. So the little money you're making independent, this is the money you're making anyway when you sign with these labels. So do it matter? I could use 5, 10 G's. These youngers going to clubs charging 5 and 10 G's to perform. They like the comedians now. $40 at the door. You pack the house, 300 people. You know what I'm saying? You do 8 shows in a month. You do that all year for a year, that's $3 million added up. You get 90% at the door. At $40 an hour, not $40 an hour, $40 per head. So say like a ticket is $60. You get 40. This is your agreement with the club owner. They get the dub, you get the $40. You do 8 shows at this spot, you know, 8 dates, you know. And it don't have to be straight 8 dates. You could do 4 and then come back before the year's out. So long as you put in 8 dates at these various clubs, you can make $3 million a year. You know what I'm saying? So add up how many shows you have to do at how many clubs within that year. So you literally going to do the clubs. Uh, you're gonna visit the club twice and do 4 dates a piece. Say like between January and June, you pick one of them days between the months. You come and do 4 days. Then you come back between July and December and you do 4 days. You know what I'm saying? If you on your grind like that and you rocking like that, add up $40 and how many places that you can perform around the world. That's $3 million. And I get these numbers from Earthquake. He's on the Breakfast Club, and that's how he broke it down. So you can be like the comedians and put your build up, make your build up on YouTube, Instagram, putting your music out, your videos and stuff. Let the world get familiar with you and go to these different places and negotiate doing shows, and that's how you negotiate the door. You know what I'm saying? And if you follow that regiment that Earthquake put in place or talked about, boom, you know what I'm saying? You getting money. That's straight money. No managers, no record company. This can be done. You just got to go to these clubs and make the connection. Now, I'm telling you, your video get 100,000 hits, views, let alone you get into the millions of any videos. You can go to any club and work a deal like that for them to um uh for them to come and see you. No, to make a deal, hey, I want to perform at your club. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and get your name out there. You know what I'm saying? Now you need an advertising crew. You probably want to go and put flyers up in the mall areas. Uh, you know, if you can, well, no. You ain't even gotta do flyers and you ain't gotta go to radio station or nothing. Social media. Social media. Hey, I'm at this club tonight. Y'all come through and holler at your boy. So basically, you got to do business with the club owner, and boom, and y'all set it up, and boom, you know, you go say, hey, I'm gonna be here Saturday night from 8 to 10. Boom, we gonna turn up, you know, and then you got to put a performance together for an hour and a half, yeah, you know, and now your showmanship gotta come into place. So yeah, so I'm like, man, look, it can be done. It can be done, I'm just saying it can be done, you know. You gotta make the connections and you gotta go for yours. And until everything become automatic, and until the people learn you and you grow, you know what I'm saying? You gotta put your work in. Simple as that. You know. But they say you gotta make it locally before you venture out. And then you gotta have footage of you rocking the crowd in your hometown. Think of how many clubs there is in your hometown. And you go and be like, look, I want to perform at your club, and and talk percentages and numbers. Come on, man. Social media is free advertisement. Go on every platform and talk to your people. Get on that phone and network and get your people out. Let your people tell peoples, you know what I'm saying? You should be able to get support at home, wherever you from. And then, if somebody visiting from out of town, see you get down and boom, 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 somebody knows somebody. Come on, man. Networking is powerful. The network is powerful. Connecting and networking is powerful. You got to be on your game, you know? So that's what it is. I'm going to get a picture of Eton Thomas because I don't think nobody know who I'm talking about. One of our staples here in D.C., you know. He was a scholar and a ball player, you know, and he would say that he felt disrespected that uh like one of the news anchor ladies told LeBron to shut up and dribble the ball. You know, Eton Thomas been talking like that. Like, I'm more than just a ball player. I have a brain. I have a mind. You know, uh, yeah, that's it. More than the athlete. That was his quote. More than the athlete. Basically, this man, a scholar, as well as an athlete. He's an author, you know, um, now radio personality, a father, that's his book, Fatherhood, right there. You know, uh, you know, I know he's in the faith real tough, a godly man, a husband, and everything good about what people need to be. This is this brother here, and I just want to throw some shine on him. Like I said, uh, Black History is 365 around here. You know, 365 days a year, not just limited to February of 30 days or 29 days. You know what I'm saying? Which is the shortest month of the year. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just doing my part on Streets Finest platform. I'm doing my job to keep awareness, keep conversation and dialogue and debate open. And I want to highlight our people right here in DC for the most part. And then we can go abroad, but let's salute our local figures, our local movers and shakers. You know what I'm saying? And you know, let's show them that your hard work, that you done put in is not, you know, overlooked, and it's appreciated. And it's appreciated. So I'm gonna sign off with that. I think Giannis is going to get the MVP. Um, but they talking about Joel Embiid is in the race as well. I think uh Boston will be a good matchup with Philly, and the Nets will be a good matchup with Milwaukee. And whoever won it, whoever can stay healthy, that's who's going to win the East. It's up in the air about the West. I don't, but it won't be the Lakers. I know that, you know, because AD can't stay from being hurt. LeBron is the oldest dude on the court and scoring all the points. I don't know what's going on with Westbrook. Maybe it's time for him to look at retiring and just sitting down and enjoying your money. He want to be a fashion designer. So maybe that's what you need to start getting ready to go do now, because because your mind ain't for real on basketball. Um, you know, I know they brought him here to get him a ring like they did uh what's my man name? The center dude. What's his name? God dang it. The dude be playing too much. Uh, well, I forget this dude's name. I got this. That's crazy. My mind be going blank. The dude from the Magics. Who is the center from Orlando Magics? Dwight Howard. That's his name, Dwight Howard. Yeah. So yeah. Um. So yeah. So I'm gonna end it on that. They was trying to bring Russ over there to get a ring like they got Dwight Howard and Rondo. Rondo already had a ring from the Celtics, but you know, but everybody falling apart. They let Rondo go. He was one of the main pieces, and they got rid of Caruso. Uh, they let Caldwell Pope go. He's here with us with the other light skinned dude. I forget his name. But he was streaky. He was on and all, but he played good defense. That's why they probably kept him as long as they did. Uh the one that came over from the Lakers to the Wizards for Westbrook, that came with Caldwell Pope. I forget his name. Is it Newman? Newly, something like that. Yeah, I think it started with an M. But anyway, yeah. But I got the Greek Freak winning the MVP for this year because uh it's a possibility that they're going to repeat. If they can stay healthy, and that's one thing about Giannis. He stay in shape and he strive to get better, and everybody is feeding off of him. He's the energy on that team, and that's what we don't have. Well, not we, but that's what the Lakers don't have. They don't have nobody with energy. LeBron is trying to keep the fire lit, but it's dimming because he's getting old. He getting old, no matter how good of a shape that you stay in, you're aging and your reflexes and all that is not that great because and you weighing down, whether he want to admit it or not. He's weighing down because he's aging like we all, you know what I'm saying? Even though he's young, but he's old for the game. And once it get to that level, the clock ticking on you. Even with Tom Brady, you know, I'm gonna tell you, Tom Brady loved the game so much. It's going to take for him to be 50. Watch, if Tom don't get hurt, he gonna play till he 50 years old. That's when he'll be ready to sit down. So right now, it's about how long he can go. He want to set a record of how long he can play. So what will sit him down as well is to not make the playoffs. If he don't make the playoffs, or he get hurt, or he turn 50 years old, that's when he gonna retire. You know what I'm saying? So he loved the game. We got a guest. Who are you? Can you reveal yourself? Type in who you are. If it's not a big deal. But don't get ready to sign off. We almost at an hour. It's 46 minutes. And I just came on here. I wanted to switch it up and talk some sports. So we got the two fights coming up next week. It's going to be Earl Spence, and then May 28th will be Javante Davis and Roller. And somebody was telling me about somebody Garcia is fighting this weekend, and that's going to be a good fight. But ain't nobody checking for that because we going to be watching. Well, no, that's this weekend. Earl Spence is next weekend. So yeah, and let's not forget MMA is always popping. But what I really enjoy is bare knuckle brawl. These Bammers be getting it. And I'm telling you, they getting funding now. These fighters making money. That's a quick 10,000 and a quick 5,000 for the losers. So yeah, so if you think you tough, go sign up for bare knuckle brawl and let's see what you do. You know what I'm saying? You know, go get you a quick 10,000, and even when you lose, that's 5,000. So yeah. All right, my guests don't want to come in. That's cool. We appreciate you anyway. But I'm signing off. I don't need to drag it out. It's 48 minutes, and I wasn't trying to stay that long, but me, I get to run in my mouth. You know, and my boy Fred was like, "Look, man, people like to hear you talk and reminisce about the old days." I'm like, I like to talk and reminisce about the old days and the good times because as we age, you know, we pose to mature, get wiser, and have great memories, create great memories. And that's what I intend to do. And then I'll come on here and I'll talk about it. So that's what I'm trying to do. So look, we at 50 minutes. We at 50 minutes? No, we at 49, 12. I can drag this out for another hour. Let's do that. I mean, two 1 hour. Let's do that. Cause we so close. Let's do it. All right, let's look up who we gonna look up? The Greek Freak. Let's look up the Greek Freak. Let's get some images on the Greek Freak. Damn, it's 4 o'clock already. Damn, time flying. All right, let's try to say this man name. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Chica- I get messed up after Antetokounmpo. Look, that man will bust me in my mouth if I see him in person and then try to say his name. Antetokounmpo. All right, that sounds about right. Hey man, I ain't trying to mess your name up. It's a tongue twister. My son favors him a little bit when he wear that style like that. You know, we was out at did he turn 17 or 18? We was at Cheesecake Factory and uh the waiter, you know, the waiter kept looking at my son and he said, I'm sorry for staring at you. You look like the Greek freak, but I know you not him because you don't have his height, you know. And we bust out laughing. I say, yeah, if he was the Greek freak, he gonna be paying for dinner. You know? So yeah. So I believe this the dude that's gonna get the MVP. And they might repeat if they can stay healthy because their team is nothing to play with. That dude Middleton, you got Portis, you got Drew Holiday. That's the squad right there. And then the rest of the bench, they got shooters, and them boys hustle. You know, they ain't jogging on defense. They running. They setting up plays. They coming at you. They playing full court press. You know what I'm saying? I wonder what college he came out of. Let's look that up. Look, see, my son favor him a lot. Cause when he got his dreads cut, well, my son ain't had dreads, he had plaits, but he looked just like that. They say we all got twins out here. These must be his shoes, yeah. Then they say he got a shop in Harlem, New York, too, by the Apollo, a sneaker shop. Let's see what college did he go to. And you know his brother plays on the Bucks team too. Giannis Antetokounmpo was born in Athens, Greece, on December 6, 1994, the son of immigrants from Nigeria. 3 years earlier, his parents had moved from Lagos, leaving their firstborn son Francis under the care. Okay, that left off. Hmm. Okay, when I hit the button. Okay, hold on. Under the care of grandparents, Antetokounmpo grew up in the Athens neighborhood of Cipolla, or Cipolia. His parents, as immigrants, could not easily find work, so Giannis and his older brother, Thanasis, helped by hawking watches, handbags, and eyeglasses in the streets. 2007, Antetokounmpo started playing basketball, although Antetokounmpo of three of his four brothers were born in Greece. They did not automatically receive Greek citizenship, as Greek nationality's law follows just singles. For the first 18 years of his life, Antetokounmpo could not travel outside the country and was effectively stateless, having no papers from Greece to Nigeria. He was eventually issued a Greek citizenship on May 9th, 2013, less than 2 months before the 2013 NBA draft. After gaining Greek citizenship, his official surname became Antetokounmpo. Okay. The Greek transcriptions of Antetokounmpo, yeah, which was then translittered letter for letter and officially spelled on his Greek passport as Antetokounmpo. Okay, so that ain't even his name for real. They uh made up something close to his Nigerian name. Giannis is the colloquial for the, I guess, Greek Laonis John. All right, I mean, he's named after somebody from a Greek mythology. Because many could not pronounce his surname, he quickly became known as the Greek Freak. Antetokounmpo also holds Nigerian citizenship, having received his citizenship passport in 2015 and has such possessions no possesses multiple dual citizenship. Okay, so he ain't go to college. Okay, so once out of high school, he played with the senior men's team of Phalantikos in the semi-pro Greek B basketball league, third division during the 2011-2012 season. And in December 2012, a few days after turning 18, Antetokounmpo signed a 4-year deal with Spanish club CAI Zaragoza, reportedly including NBA buyouts after each season. A number of the other major European clubs had been interested in adding him, including Barcelona and Ephes. All right, so that's what it was. He never went to college. So he was playing ball in like a Division 3 semi-pro team while in high school, and then he signed to Barcelona, and it was an organization that NBA scouts be over there looking at the players over there. So that's how he got on. During the 2012-2013 Greek A2 league season, Antetokounmpo shot 46.4 from the field, 62.1% on 2-point field goals, 31.3% from three-point range, and 72 from the free throw line, while averaging 22.5 minutes per game over 26 games. He averaged 9 points, five rebounds, one assist, and 10 blocks per game He was also selected by the coaches as a special participant in the 2013 Greek League All-Star game, even though he was not actually selected as an All-Star. The coaches let him play in the game as a treat for the fans. All right, so yeah, he was doing this thing in the Greek league. So all these overseas countries have a basketball league. So I was just saying this. I talked to my nephew, Pernell Motley, that come out of Oklahoma with Jalen Hurts, and he played with Baker Mayfield, uh, Hollywood Brown in Baltimore. All them became pros in the NFL. Um, he got undrafted uh, 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 to Tampa and played with Brady, but he asked the league because he wasn't getting no playing time. And this was before they went on their run to get in the Super Bowl. So I tell him all the time, man, sometimes you got to just sit still and let it play out. He was like, I wasn't even getting in the game. So I just had to, they not going to keep you around if you're not getting no playing time. So he made a move and did what was best for him. But at the end of the day, he didn't get that ring that he should have had with Brady. You know what I'm saying? He went to Frisco, then he went to the Chargers, or did he go to Denver? I think he went to Denver with Von Miller. Now he's in Detroit. He had got hurt, and they put him on the practice squad, and then they cut him because of COVID and all that. But now he's back on the roster from reporting from my nephew. And then one of our kids from Wilson also is playing in the Mexican League, playing football. So I say all that to say, stay with it. And if the NFL, the NBA, not trying to put you on, go overseas and make some money. Go make you a half a mil or 200, 300,000 and be called a pro ball player, and by the time you 30, if you did right by your money, you'll have enough to buy a home in cash, straight up. Or put money on it, a good 50, 60,000, buy the car, your dreams, start your family, and get you a coaching job somewhere at one of these schools like Ron Disson, is the head coach of Coppin State. You know what I'm saying? So, Trey Mimes, who was the 33-0 coach at HD Wilson, uh, Kansas City, no, Kansas and North Carolina, he had two guys there that he coached in the AAU league, Virginia Loaded. Two of his kids was playing in that. The centers, McCormick and Bacate, was both of his kids. So, McCormick won because Kansas won. So, so now one of his kids got a college championship, and one of his kids, Maloney, a DC kid, a Virginia kid, that went to Georgetown. Then he transferred to Texas A&M where Durant went. He playing for the G League for the Lakers now. So, if you want it bad enough, go and walk through the fire, which you got to walk through, and go after your dream. It ain't got to be the NFL. It ain't got to be the NBA. It's leagues around the world. You go and be South, do your thing. If it's meant for you to be in the NBA or be an NFL player, it's going to happen. Go do your thing. Shine. Work on your skills and your craft and get better. And if your team winning, you're gonna automatically get shine. CD Lamb, Pernell Motley played with him in Oklahoma. Everybody that came out, Orlando Brown Jr., that was on the what he was on, San Francisco, or he on Kansas City. I think he transferred to Kansas City. The Browns let him go over there. So he done played with all these guys. So yeah, I'm hearing they doing like a 30 for 30 on Detroit. And uh so I'm looking forward to that, to see my man on camera and doing his thing. And so technically Trey Mimes has an NFL player because Purnell also played basketball, even though all his scholarships was in football, but he was on the team. And I think they was in his head telling him to commit to one sport, and he went on and was like, all right, look, I'm a senior, I'm gonna go ahead and fall back, you know um from basketball. And it was a good decision because soon as he graduated, Oklahoma snatched him right up. He committed to Oklahoma like the beginning of the senior year, and he had a stellar career there. All right, I made it to an hour, 6 minutes. Streets Finest, Big Dave, like, share, subscribe. We out. Peace.